Yes, darling. Do you see all of the melanin popping? Yes. The Woman King. Check it out.
It's showtime.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl Nita, your favorite diva, and I am back for another movie review. This is your spoiler-free review of The Woman King. I know it's late, y'all. I know it's late. Listen, y'all say y'all still want it, so here it is. It's directed by Gina Prince-Bythewood. You may know her. Listen, y'all. Do y'all remember that old movie called Disappearing Acts? You know what? I want to start like a segment on my channel where I've seen movies in my early adulthood and getting all of the experience and life experience and just wisdom that I have gotten over the years. I'm ready to revisit some of these movies, okay? So Disappearing Acts is going to be the first one on the list, okay? So Disappearing Acts, Love and Basketball, and The Old Guard, and that's on Netflix. That's one of her most recent movies. So anyway, she's a good director, y'all. Starring Viola Davis, Lashana Lynch, John Boyega, Sheila Alim, Thuso Mbedu, Jimmy Adoyo Koya. Sorry. I don't know, but I'm just saying sorry. It is rated PG-13. It clocks in at 2 hours and 15 minutes. It is classified as an action drama and history, like a period piece. And the synopsis reads: a historical epic that is based in an alternate history of the Kingdom of Dahomey, one of the most powerful states of Africa in the 18th and the 19th centuries. And that is all I'm going to say because this is your spoiler free review. If you're new to the channel, welcome and welcome back. You know what we do here. I watch movies so you don't have to. I give you the good, bad, and everything in between with no spoilers, of course. And I'll let you know whether or not you should know or go see it in theaters. Or right now, it may be streaming. Y'all, it may still be in the theaters and it may still be streaming. I don't know. Just watch it. That's all I want. Let's get with the good. The good is that it's just so refreshing as a melanated person being able to see a almost 100% black main character cast in this film epic. It was even more empowering to see badass black women doing their own stunts, being fierce, fearless in their own right. I loved it. I loved every minute of it. Viola Davis. Not only did she do a phenomenal job in this movie, not to be outdone by any other leading woman because they all did a fantastic job. My standouts are Lashana Lynch, um, Thuso, 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 Mita. Yeah, the the name the name is right there, and Sheila Alim all did a phenomenal job in their own right. They all had their moments, y'all. They all had their moments. And the movie is firing at its best when they are doing their thing. You know what I'm saying? So the stunt choreography was great. There was not a lot of shaky cam. Shout out to you, Miss Director Girl. What your name again? Gina Prince-Bythewood. Shout out to you because there was no shaky cam, no trying to hide. You could tell these women were training, they were doing their stunts, and it was on and popping. It was very much in your face with the action and the drama, and it was great. The production design and the costume design was on point as well. Beautiful capturing of the time, the culture, which I don't really know, but based on the interviews that I've seen, I heard that they consulted with some people, and they tried to make sure that the cadence and the accents were done to a good, whatever. The portrayal was epic. I can't gush over this cast more. They were phenomenal. The depth and the range that they all had to dig deep for such a strong portrayal in this movie, it was like bar none. The story was delicate though. It is very delicate, and it's one of those because you all know about the controversy that was going on about this movie. It's delicate because it's a lot of stuff. I'm gonna get into the cons. I'll explain it a little bit more in the cons, but right now I'm gonna focus on the good. There's a complete through line that permeated through the whole movie. With this being a historical depiction, they probably made a couple of, had a few liberties taken for the best story that they could tell dramatically, to put to the screen. That's what they're trying to do. With all biopics and all that stuff, they take liberties. I'll get more into it in the cons, but just know that I understood. And then for a movie, because this is not a documentary. This is not a biography. This is a dramatic movie. So with that being said, I'm taking it as a movie. However, we do know that movies mirror real life events, and they have the liberty. So that's why I'm able to kind of like take a breath back and not do this whole boycott the Woman King, because it's irrelevant. Okay, we're telling a story. Okay, so and it's up to you as an individual, for real, to really try to figure out what the real history is, and I'll just leave it at that. But I will get into it in the back. Oh no.
All right, I'm in post and I'm editing the video and yeah, we had a great villain in this movie. This guy did a great job. I'll put his name as an actor in the comments. I'll put it in there so you can know that, but I want you to know that he was a good villain.
No, look, we're here. We're at the bay. Okay. Now that the movie is loosely based off the historical events, there were some plot lines that I think were embellished and liberties were taken. And I definitely think they should have said that in the beginning, because in the beginning there was a whole epilogue, right? Where they was writing out all the stuff. They surely could have said this is some kind of disclaimer about all the events are not, this is based on, but it's not historically correct or whatever. That it's not pure fact. Some events were changed and blah 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 blah. Y'all get all that, right? So I just think the disclaimer could have easily fixed that, where people didn't feel conflicted and want to be starting this whole social media. Social media is all about the moments. It's all about the movements or whatever. So who knows if the disclaimer would have fixed that, but I don't know. But at the end of the day, whatever. Or you could use different names and not the real historical names that were attached to the characters or whatever. So there was this love interest story plotline that felt completely Tyler Perry-esque ish. Very soap opera, very much Tyler Perry. Okay, I could have did without it. I could have did without it. So before I give you my overall thought, also too, I thought it was a little predictable. I felt like I saw it coming. It happened, and yeah. So I felt like it was a little predictable, but it didn't. The only thing that really just kind of made me roll my eyes was this love story that they kind of shoehorned in, and that's it on that. So anyway, before I give you my overall thoughts on the Woman King, make sure you check out my social media. It's right there. For my overall thoughts on the Woman King, all of the buzz at TIFF was well worth it for me. As a Black movie reviewer, critic, I just think it's just as compelling as the epic Viking, The Northman. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes critics, and most of them are this, critics of no color, just because they can't relate to our epic stories, I feel like they don't supposed to get the liberties to push back on our stuff as hard, and then they praise their stuff like it's the best thing since sliced bread. Because listen, the Woman King was it for me. If we're doing the Northman and the Woman King is here. The Northman is right here. So, I think that sometimes I think and when Black critics, like, I praised the Northman. I didn't push it down and I didn't do all of no. It was fine. And just because, they think something, it don't mean that wasn't good. That shit was great. What are you talking about? You gotta check yourself. Anyway, I see a lot of critics saying that it was overhyped. I think they don't like the subject matter. I think it makes them feel uncomfortable. I think they can't relate. And there's no denying the entertaining fight sequences and the dramatic yet cliche storylines and exceptional performances that graced the big screen was not nothing to applaud and give them their flowers. Viola Davis killed it. Thuso Mbedu did good as well. I'm sorry about messing up her name. Lashana Lynch stole the scenes with her charismatic strength. She was so good. Her witty character and her comedic one-liners. She gave the epic life and a lot of emotions that make for a great movie going experience. So shout out to Lashana Lynch. I give it 4 out of 5 stars and definitely recommend that you go see it. You can see it on the big screen. I think it's still there because I haven't seen it streaming. And for my Diva recommendations, I have 300, I have Black Panther, and I have Mad Max Fury Road. Okay. So that will do it for my non-spoiler review of The Woman King. I hope you enjoyed it. You let me know whether or not you saw it. Do you agree with the controversy? Were you about this whole boycott The Woman King? You cannot, y'all. It is very anti-Black to boycott something that shows Black women and Black empires in a position of strength. Listen, get the knowledge, understand what is going on, and support. Because if you don't support, we can't get the damn movies. Okay? So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It matters when you have to think about it with a critical and analytical eye and do some critical thinking. That's when it matters. This is a piece of art. And just leave it like that. This was a great movie going experience, and I hope everybody enjoy it. I hope everybody supports it. I hope you at least see it for yourself so you can say, not based off of, not groupthink, based off of your own intelligence. I hope you can enjoy the movie for what it was. Understand the nuances that goes into this. It's not just cut and dry. It's not just black and white. There's a lot of gray in there, okay? So make sure you keep your minds open, your hearts open, and support this movie. They all did a phenomenal job. I am so very proud of Viola Davis just because she's a woman of a particular age. And when I tell you she did the damn thing, baby, she did the damn thing. Okay. So you better give that woman her flowers. I'm trying to tell you, this is one of her strongest roles. And that ain't saying nothing, baby, because she almost nails every role that she's in, except for Michelle Obama. But I digress. Anyway, I'm Nita, your favorite diva. Make sure you be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And make sure you come back. All right, y'all. Bye.